Welcome to the Songwriter Connection, the podcast that delves deep into the art and heart of songwriting. Each week, we gather around the dining room table to uncover the stories behind the songs. We invite you to join us on a journey to the creative minds of the songwriters who shape the melodies of our lives. From Nashville, Tennessee, here's your host, Dave Lenahan.
It is so nice that you've joined us. Thank you so much. This is podcast number 208, and if you're listening on the day it came out, it's May the 14th. So welcome in. Thank you. Lots to talk about. I got to tell you what, I was at the local last Friday, and we're recording this in April. This is the second week in April, I think. Anyway, I was there, and I love the local. You come in a stranger and you leave a local. That's their saying, and you just never know who's going to walk into that place. I've seen so many stars and big songwriters, and so it's a really cool hang if you come to Nashville, and I do recommend you doing that because the rounds there are incredible. And like I said, you never know. You may have a big hit writer up there, and you may hear songs that you've heard before, and you go, I know that one. Did he write that? She did? Wow, that's great. Hosted usually by Terry Jo Box, who someday, I swear, we're going to have on this podcast. If I have to drag her in here and play guitar for her, I will, because she's amazing and doing amazing things right now. Hits from Lainey Wilson and Ashley McBride and more. So I tell you this because I was talking to my friend Chris Austin there, and he does a thing on Fridays, 5 to 6, and it's called Fridays at 5. What else would you call it, right? And so he offered me the opportunity, and I think we're going to make this happen. You know, it's never been a video podcast. Never. It's always been, audio only because I'm a radio guy. But he said, why don't we do a podcast live from right here at the local? You can invite a guest or two, interview them, do your show just like you normally do, and we'll record it for you, send it to you. You can upload it. And while you're doing it, you can put it on like YouTube Live or Instagram Live or TikTok Live or whatever you want to do. And I said, I think we could pull this together. So I'll keep you posted. It's going to be about a month away if we do this sometime in June. So we're hoping that's going to all come together. So great. Now our guest today. Oh, by the way, tomorrow tomorrow is the 15th of May. I'm doing my second Songwriter Connection takeover at a little place called The Lost Patty. Here in Nashville, which is a cool Irish kind of pub. So I've got a lot of the artists that you've heard on this show in the past few years going to play that night. We're taking over the whole night. We start about 8 o'clock and we go right to 11 at night. So if you're in town, I hope you'll join us for that. So there's all the promos out of the way, okay? Let me tell you about our guest. Our guest today, I think you were still in high school, weren't you?
Oh, definitely.
And you came out and played for us a few times at this writer's round I was running, and we were just blown away by you. She's got this voice that it's a little raspy, it's soulful, it's just built for rock and roll. So we're going to rock with Lauren Freebird today. Freebird! when you play out to people, yell that, Freebird!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just perfect. It suits you perfectly.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
So what have you been doing?
Well, I've been doing a whole lot. Of course, I've been writing a lot, and I have some music coming out. I have a single coming out on April 18th.
Okay. So it's out there right now as we are recording this.
Yes.
So you can stream it. It's called what?
Liar's Disguise.
Liar's Disguise. Did you write it all by yourself, or did you have some help?
I had a few co-writers on that one.
I asked because a lot of these songs I was listening to today during my workout, you wrote by yourself, and I admire that. Yeah,
I did. Yes, this one I have a few co-writers on. Yeah. But I do write by myself a lot. I'm a big believer in I've been doing a lot of co-writing recently. Now that you bring that up, I'm like, I need to have a writing date with myself. Sometimes it's good to take a step back and be like, okay, I need to do this with no help, It's a good exercise, I feel.
So you'll set up an appointment with yourself, so to speak.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I think that's really good. You're a very disciplined writer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, very good. I've got to hear this song, so maybe that's something you can play on down the line for us?
Yeah, of course.
Because it's not streaming at the time that we're recording this, but it's out there right now, folks, if you're listening.
Exactly.
Yeah. Give us the title again.
Liar's Disguise.
And you wrote it with who?
Brent Michael Wood, Brian Sutherland, and Travis Ray Cheney, if you know any of them.
Okay. Very good. Check it out. Listen to it, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Yeah. So, Lauren, you do. Can we just play? Let's play, because people got to hear your voice. Let's play a song. You've got a lot of music out there. I love Like a Bomb. That was just killer. But I'm going to play this one, and I believe this is one that you wrote by yourself too. And today, this is the one that really struck me hard, that I really wanted to hear again. So I listened to this about 4 times today, and I am hoping that we can play this right now. Here it goes. Little bluesy, little rocky. Lauren Freebird, our guest on the Songwriter Connection Podcast, called Baggage Claim.
I feel myself slipping and falling. Honey, I'm so afraid to let you in. Love's broke my heart one time too many. Maybe that's my fatal sin. You said you treat me better, baby. I know that's a lie. You can fool me once, but you can't fool me twice. But I can't let you go. Been hanging on for a double fall. Been hanging on to all these problems. I just wanna let you solve them, but my baggage is just too much to claim. You claim to love the broke, but can't pick up my pieces. And I'm thinking that I'll never love anyone the same way. You swear you'll change my mind, knock me off my stone. And hell, I guess love is kind, but it's also cold. But I can't let you go. Been hanging on for a double fall.
I love it. We're rocking with Freebird, Lauren Freebird on the Songwriter Connection. I love that song. Baggage, my baggage, it's just too much to claim, right? Wow, and you wrote that by yourself?
I did.
At age 15?
Yeah, I did.
And you recorded that at age 15?
Yes, I did.
It's got that Muscle Shoals kind of soul. Where did you record that?
So I recorded that with Jimmy Copens over at the Commodore.
Jimmy.
He produced that, yeah.
My brother, he did, huh?
He did a great job.
He sure did.
Yes.
Wow. He's a great guy. He really is.
Yes.
Yeah. He runs the weekend rounds at the Commodore Grill, and they're always packed. Played there Friday night.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Saturday night? One of those nights. I like playing there a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I haven't played there in a long time, but, it's a very good stage, and Jimmy does a great job running the sound over there as well.
Sounds wonderful. And you get to meet a lot of people that come in from out of Nashville, so you can build your base every time you play there, don't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So you have been playing professionally for quite some time. When did you start?
Well, I've been doing music full time, since I was at like 16, but
Wow.
I've been gigging. I played my first gig at 12 years old.
No kidding.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
That's growing up in Nashville for you, but
You're the one, right? We always say they call you a unicorn when you.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody comes from out of town. But anyway, you grew up here.
yeah, I guess that's what we're called now is unicorns.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy. But yes, I did grow up here, and so that was pretty awesome. I was able to. I feel like I take that for granted. A lot of people, they can move here from other places and they didn't grow up in the live music environment that I did, and it definitely helped me out. I was able to get ahead of the curve.
Did your mom and dad play?
They don't, but I always say that they definitely contributed to me being musical because I grew up listening to all different kinds of music, and they are like major music lovers. So,
Who did they play for you? Who really grabbed your attention when you were young?
Oh man, I have so many, but when I was younger, they play a lot of Michael Jackson and then also a lot of 90s rock.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I grew up on. I didn't really grow up on country music, which is a lot of people are like, really? Like you grew up in Nashville and you didn't grow up on country music? But
it's a fallacy, isn't it? I mean, everybody says you live in Nashville, you like country music. Well, sure, but you know what? This is Music City, right?
Exactly.
Music City. We span the genres here, and you kind of are genreless. You can do it all, can't you?
Oh, yeah. I definitely enjoy doing it all as well. And I love country music, but I didn't really get an appreciation for country music until I really got engrossed in the Nashville scene when I was like 15, 16, in the songwriter scene. I was over at Belcourt Taps every night when that place was open.
Place. You know what?
I missed that place.
I was there last week. It is a dumpling place.
Oh, wow.
And it doesn't look anything like it. It's all white now, and it's we had dumplings.
I need to go there.
But I missed that place. Where
Yeah.
else did you play? You Tootsie's I saw, and how old were you then?
I was playing over at Tootsie's for about a year. When I was like 18 is when I started playing downtown, and
Really?
I still play downtown. Recently, I've been kind of, taking a bit of a step back from downtown and doing a lot more touring. But, I did that whole thing for about a year, and then I played over at Nudie's Honky Tonk on downtown Broadway Strip. That place is named after the fashion designer Nudie Kahn.
Nudie Cohen, yeah. Used to do all those beautiful opry shirts and sport coats with all the rhinestones and stuff. The wagon wheels and all those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's Hank Sr., kind of started the whole trend.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
And now his disciple, Manuel, does a lot of the same thing,
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool. Now, I want to go back to your first gig at age 12.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Oh, yeah.
Where it was and how it happened?
It's actually, it's a pretty funny story. Bridgestone Arena has the Bridgestone Arena Visitor Center.
Yes.
And my voice teacher at the time, he booked out like an event there. And so, he had a couple of us play, and I was one of the people. And, So, like, my first show is at Bridgestone Arena's Visitor Center. And the sound guy didn't show up. And so we didn't have any sound because he didn't bring the PA or anything. And so we were just like, we're going to do it without sound. They propped up like a fake cardboard microphone. And thankfully, I've always been able to project my voice pretty well.
Yes, you
So
can.
it didn't put me back much.
You don't need a microphone.
And
Belt it out.
the sound in that room, like, actually, it's very nice. It created a nice natural reverb, and it was really nice. But I'll never forget it because it was like quite a way to start off.
What did you do? Did you something you wrote, or did you were you doing covers?
Oh yeah, I just did. I did a few covers, and then I had written an original at that point, so I played one original. But I just played like a couple songs. It was like 6 songs, but I started out doing that a little bit, and then I joined some bands when I was in late middle school, early high school.
Yeah.
And played a lot. I grew up in Mount Juliet, and so I played a lot around there, just local places. And then I discovered the concept of a writer round when I was like 15, and then I never looked back,
Yeah. Let's explain what that is. When you come to Nashville, you can see a writer's round. Some of the places, the local that we talked about, the Commodore Grill, Maxwell House, a lot of them popping up in Mount Juliet. There's this new Honky Tonk Creamery, which you're going to host, aren't you?
Yes, exactly.
Wednesday nights, is it?
Yes, every Wednesday night.
Wow. And that place is so cool because it has all my favorite things, beer and bourbon and ice cream.
They have really good pizza, too.
And pizza, yes. And they have a beautiful stage.
They do.
It's up, and the sound is incredible.
It's very sophisticated, especially if you're being on the outskirts of, Nashville, for sure.
But so a writer's round, you'll see 3 or 4 people in a row on a stage. If you go to the Bluebird, it's either on the stage, and you've played the Bluebird too, right? I digress.
Oh, yes, I have.
Squirrel. I have too. Sometimes they'll do it in a circle, in a round. And so that's why they call it a round. So we're really famous for that in Nashville, and you'll hear hit songwriters, you'll hear up and coming songwriters, but it's all about the song, and they play and sing, and it's just awesome. It really is. But I have to warn you, you go in, we expect you to be listening to the music. I had the worst experience last night, Lauren. I am still ashamed about it today. I'll share it with you. Okay, so I'm playing at the Commodore Grill, and Debbie Champion hosts rounds there. And she's been hosting songwriter rounds in this town for over 30 years. And she's just absolutely amazing. It was a packed house. And at the last minute, probably people want to sit in the back, but then the last ones to chairs to go are up front. Nobody wants to sit up front. So I'm playing. I'm into my last song. And it's kind of a ballady thing, okay, with a strong message. I get through the first verse. And as I'm getting through about 3/4 of worth, that third verse, this young couple comes in and, oh my God, yeah, they're screaming and they're yelling at the top of their voice. And I just stopped because it really threw me off. I mean, they're right down in front of me. And I stopped and I stared and I didn't do anything. Didn't catch her attention. Everybody's like, what's going on? And Debbie says, Dave, you okay? Do you need anything? And I said, I just want to point you guys out and tell you you're very rude. I can't even hear myself think. I've never done anything like that in my entire life. But it was just one of those moments, So, folks, when you're going to a songwriter round, please keep that in mind. These are their babies, and they're putting them out there. I tell you what, if you try that at the Bluebird, what happens, Lauren?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to get thrown out. And,
yeah,
and, I feel like every songwriter has wanted to do that. Some of us have done that. There's this songwriter round in town called the Pin Drop Songwriter Series.
I've heard of them, yes.
Yes, and I really love their nights because it's called Pin Drop because you're supposed to be able to hear a pin drop, and it's completely silent. And the host, Stevie Ray Stevens, she is very
she's amazing. I played with her once or twice.
Oh yeah, I love her.
Very talented.
She's my sister. Shout out to her. But
awesome.
She is very you are not going to make a sound in here if you're in this audience. And, I really appreciate that as a songwriter. And a lot of people travel here because they want to play, around on Broadway and listen to all the covers. But there's a lot of people that come here that really want to like meet a songwriter and follow them in their journey and hear these songs and appreciate them.
Right. Yeah.
We shouldn't ruin that experience for those people.
Yeah. Yeah. And the shocking thing about the whole thing, I felt so bad about it. But as it turns out, they were going to play later on in the night in the open round. And I'm like, you need to learn this lesson, But I felt so bad, Lauren. I never did anything like that. I hardly slept at all. It affected me so bad. I offered to buy them drinks, and of course they refused. And I understand that, and I just feel bad that I called them out. But I was so distracted that I lost where I was because they were overwhelmingly loud. Overwhelmingly. Now I don't mind, a little bit of chatter and stuff, but to scream, top of their lungs, it's not right.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my rant.
Everyone has to have that Nashville character building moment.
Yeah, I guess. Does that ever happen to you?
Well, I've had plenty of people scream during my sets. I've never screamed during anyone's set, but I've had plenty of disrespectful people, performing, and because there's some people that are very respectful, but there's some people that are not respectful of, and they don't appreciate the arts, at all.
And it's a little bit different if you're going downtown and you're at a Tootsie's or a Rippy's or one of those places down there. It's a party atmosphere, so there's going to be people, and hopefully when they're shouting to one of your songs because I love it.
Right, exactly.
You, right, and they're going
Freebird.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, so you did that starting at age 15, and then you got off that. It's kind of a grind, isn't it, to do that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had to do online high school, my last 2 years of high school and stuff. Because
did you really?
I did. I just really was like, I did really well in school, and, I would be staying out late playing and just having to wake up and get up and do school. It was affecting my performance. And it was, so, there was definitely a lot of sacrifices that I had to make. But if I could go back and do it all over again, I'd probably do all the same things. Really? So,
yeah. Because it brought you to where you are today.
100%. And I love it, know.
So let me ask you this. Where's Lauren Freebird today?
Yeah. So essentially I've been, trying to release some music. I'm going to be releasing a lot more songs this year. And I've released a couple songs and music videos over the past year, last year. And I'm branching out and doing a lot more touring. I'm going to be going to Memphis at the end of the month. And I've got some other shows set up, later this year. And, I've already done some touring, on the West Coast. I played in Napa Valley in November, and that was beautiful.
I'll bet.
I've played in Italy before.
Really? Where in Italy did you go?
I was playing in Montisi, which is one of the Tuscan wine towns. Beautiful Tuscany. Italian countryside. The town had a population of 500, and we had 300 people at our show.
Wow.
So it was pretty awesome. Yeah, much, exactly. Right? And everybody there, even though there's a language barrier, they're so hospitable and friendly, and it was amazing.
Can you eat, right? Food is incredible. They just feed you. Just keep bringing it out.
They do.
I remember looking at the menu going, this stuff, right? What is this? Oh, it's good. I bring to you. Well, no, I just wondered what, and they just start bringing them.
Oh, yeah. And at least for me, like the area of Italy I was in, the food was a lot cheaper as well.
Yeah. Wow. Very cool. So are you looking forward to maybe going back?
Oh, I will definitely be going back, and I would love to go back, I wish I could snap my fingers and be there tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. I love the indie artists that come on this show because you do so much and you work so hard. And there's so many different philosophies today. So I wanted to pick your brain on that. Some people will release a CD or vinyl and get that whole album out there right away. And then the other philosophy has been, well, let's just do it single by single. Let's throw it out there single by single. And then maybe we'll decide, because people don't buy a lot of CDs, And then there's some people that go, well, every 2 weeks I'm going to put out a song, which for me, I don't think that gives it enough time to grow, but I don't know this new digital world as well as I should. What's your philosophy on that?
Well, I feel like addressing the releasing a song every 2 weeks, I feel like that definitely depends on the genre you're in. Maybe in hip hop, that is good, but I feel like, especially in country music and with songwriting, you know, you got to give, I think a single a month is good. You got to give the song a little time to like marinate. And I definitely think that releasing singles leading up to an album is a great way to build momentum. And that's kind of what I've been doing over the past, you know, few years, is trickling out some singles. And I'm hoping to release an album either this year or next. So, I definitely think it's good, especially to like let people know who you are, and they get used to seeing your name, and they begin to like get excited when they see, oh my gosh, Lauren Freebird is releasing an album with 24 songs and she only has 12 released. Okay, well maybe 12 I've already heard, but I'm going to get 12 new ones, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. I can understand that. And videos are very important today too.
Oh yes, definitely.
And not just the whole music video, but you know, TikTok video here and there. It goes a long way to help, doesn't it?
Definitely. I love TikTok. I think it's been amazing for indie artists.
It has been. Ali Colleen, I've said this, who's been on the podcast three times now. I just love her to death. She says that's where she finds her new music. She loves the TikTok kids, as she calls them.
Oh, me too.
So I find myself checking them out, and those reels so many times. So.
Oh yeah.
So you do like a little bit of a little snippet of the song. You know, so I've seen some people just go live.
Oh yeah.
And just them and a guitar, which is...
I TikTok live stream most of my shows. Because I mean, if I'm going to be playing for 2 to 3 hours, I want to build some followers off of it, you know, especially if you have a show, you know, in the slower seasons that's a little emptier, you feel like you get a little more out of it. And, you know, yeah, that posting an original song, you know, I'm going to get into that, sharing like an original song every couple of days on my Instagram and TikTok, you know.
I love that.
You never know which one's going to blow up and catch people's attention.
Well, and I imagine too, based on the feedback, you can decide what you're going to record in the near future. Huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's cool. Good. Well, I want to take a little break, but on the other side, we're going to hear some live music around the dining room table, because that's what this show is all about. And Lauren brought her a nice Taylor guitar, and we'll get to hear her play and sing. So don't go away.
You're listening to the Songwriter Connection with Dave Linehan. Find us on Facebook and YouTube at the Songwriter Connection Podcast, and find Dave at thedaveconnection.com. Now back to the show with your host, Dave Linehan.
And this is, of course, where I always remind you that if you are listening on the YouTube app or on YouTube on your computer, hit the like and subscribe. Just takes a second or so, and it helps me more than you ever know. And yes, we're not a video podcast, but we're on YouTube. Huh? Why is that? Well, because it's the second largest search engine in the world, so I feel that we've got to be there. And my host, Red Circle, they're wonderful. They just put it up there for me with a little slide, you know, so you can use your imagination. But here we are live around the dining room table with Lauren Freebird. Hi, Lauren. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah. Tell me, we've talked a lot about your journey, and you started really at a very young age. You're in high school, what, sophomore, junior, and you're playing up and down Broadway?
Yeah, I definitely, I was living a different life than most of my classmates.
Now, would mom and dad take you?
Oh, yeah. My parents were definitely, they've sat in a lot more bars than they probably ever wanted to in their life. But.
I met them and had a really nice conversation one night at Maxwell House. So very, very nice people. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a younger brother.
Yeah?
He's 16.
Does he play music?
He doesn't, but he is very, very smart, and he's probably going to be an engineer someday.
Wow. Very good. That is smart. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'd love to hear a song live around this dining room table, and maybe you can tell us a story about it. Can you play maybe your new single that just came out? Yeah,
great idea. This song, it's called Liar's Disguise, and if you're listening to this now, the song is released, and if you want to hear, a full version of it, definitely go check that out on all streaming platforms. But I wrote this song after I got out of a really toxic relationship, and as a young person, putting yourself out there in the dating world. Now everybody is on dating apps. And so I was on dating apps and I was scrolling through, and then I saw this person that lied to me about everything. And I saw on their dating profile, just based on what I saw, that they were continuing to lie to other people. And so I decided to write this song about, you know, because I felt like this person was wearing a mask, you know, and hiding behind like this idealized version of themselves that they created online, because anybody can control what they put online for people to see. And so I wrote this song about that feeling. And yeah, this one's called Liar's Disguise. I hope you guys like it. Didn't see it coming. You looking back at me. Storm without warning, like a ghost on my feet. Photoshop filters, smoke screens and mirrors. Who you pretending to be? I see right through your empty, hollow eyes. You seem to think that you can't hide. You can't hide, baby. You said time's what you needed to forget. We both know that just ain't right. It's just your liar's disguise. Is there anything, single piece of you, that I can't believe, that I can hold on to? Should've known better, it's hard to deny. No one knows where your truth lies, baby. I see right through your empty, hollow eyes. You seem to think that you can't hide. You can't hide, baby. You said time's what you needed to forget. We both know that just ain't right. It's just your liar's disguise. Photoshop filters, smoke screens and mirrors. Who you pretending to be, baby? I see right through your empty, hollow eyes. You seem to think you can hide. You can't hide. You said time's what you needed to forget. We both know that just ain't right. It's just your liar's disguise.
Lauren Freebird, live around the dining room table on the Songwriter Connection Podcast. Lauren, another great song, like driving bluesy kind of thing. Huh?
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I love it. So the recorded version of that's streaming out there right now, all platforms. Where was it produced?
I produced that over at Cash Cabin in Hendersonville. Yes,
that's the old Johnny Cash place, right?
Yes,
yeah.
John Carter Cash owns that studio now, and I produced that with Byron Hamlet. He's a good childhood friend of John Carter Cash's, and a amazing producer.
Wow, and that's a famous place. That is really
pretty famous. Yes,
you get little chills when you walk in there.
Oh yeah. I definitely love that place, and there's a lot to it. The way that ceiling is designed, in that vocal booth, the acoustics in there are unlike anything in the world, and it's literally sought after. People will travel from Europe to record there because of the acoustics in that room.
Absolutely. Yeah, incredible. That's a big feather in your cap for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, cool. Let me ask you, too, about what you're doing now, because you're working in publicity, and you're helping in marketing. And I know that has your interest now. And I think today, we've talked about this a little bit, but to be an indie artist, you've got to wear all hats. So tell us a little bit about what you do right now. Publicity Nation and Heart Songs record label? Yes.
So I definitely have enjoyed working with Publicity Nation. We do press for artists. We basically make sure that they get all of the placements and permissions that they need, and we help get them placed, on things like this podcast, and also, on big magazines, lots of indie music magazines, country music magazines.
Great.
And I really enjoy doing that. It's been very educational, as an artist. And then I also do a lot of bookings because I have a promotions company as well, Birds of Feather Promotions. And
cool.
I enjoy doing that. I book a lot of songwriter showcases around town. I also book live music around. And so I've very much developed, my music business skills during my time in the industry. And, I'm the kind of person that says yes to everything. So
I'm the same way. Yeah. Patty, my wife, will say, "You've got to learn to say no. It's hard."
It is hard.
I want to do so much, don't you? You have that enthusiasm, don't you?
Yeah, and I feel like if you say no too much in this town, it can kill you.
Yeah, good.
And so I feel like there is this pressure in Nashville culture, be a yes person.
I think so too, and it's good because you never know who could be at one of your gigs watching. You never know. You just never know. And that networking aspect that we talked about, try to meet everybody, and, set up rights with people that you really like.
I enjoy it. I think Nashville is a place, a lot of people don't understand if you move here, you're going to grow you're going to fall and move back home. So I feel like that culture, it very much cultivates, the famous artists that have come out of Nashville, they learned it all by getting their hands dirty and doing their time in the scene, paying the dues,
Paying the dues, learning the lessons that you need, learning the rules so that you can break them, as we say.
100%.
Yeah. Well, cool. How about another song? I want to hear some more. Lauren Freebird.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, should I do an unreleased one?
Can we? Can we hear it? Something that's coming?
Yeah.
Let's get under the hood. You got to tell us the story and who wrote it with you. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this song is called Burning Blue.
Burning Blue.
And, I wrote this song after looking into a fire and, seeing a blue flame. And I thought, I could write a good song with a hook called Flame Burning Blue. And, I brought that to a co-write with my friends, Hal O'Dell, Zach Hennard, and Greg Wilson.
Love those three.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
They are awesome.
Songwriters. Yes.
Yes. And I came in and, nobody had an idea. And, I went through my little book of song ideas that I've jotted down. And I was like, guys, I don't know what this means, but this is what I have written down. And I was like, maybe this is a love song, and we just took that and ran with it. And we came up with this Burning Blue. So I hope you guys like it. beside the window. Leave your clothes there on the floor. Don't leave nothing to my imagination. We ain't waiting anymore. Two hearts burning blue, sweetest sin, skin on skin, melt into you. Till it's too hard to hold and we lose our control and we fall into the truth. Two hearts burning blue, burning blue. Till the darkness we forever, till the daylight, nothing more. Just don't tell me you ain't feeling what I'm feeling. What I'm feeling is a fire like I've never felt before. Two hearts burning blue, sweetest sin, skin on skin, melted to you. Till it's too hard to hold and we lose our control and we fall into the truth. Two hearts burning blue, burning blue. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Light the match, let this fire burn through the both of us. Maybe this is magic, maybe this is lust. Everything is what we need and nothing is enough. Two hearts burning blue, sweetest sin, skin on skin, melted to you. Till it's too hard to hold and we lose our control and we fall into the truth. Two hearts burning blue, burning blue, burning blue, burning blue.
Lauren Freebird, Burning Blue, from my friends Hal O'Dell and Zach Hennard and Greg Wilson. They write every week together, I swear. Where did you write that? You got to Zach's boat?
Oh, yeah. I have been on Zach's boat many, many times, and I love it.
You know what? And let me just explain about Zach's boat, because and we should have Zach come in, and we could call it Zach's boat. One day he says, "Hey man, we're going to write, and why don't you just come over? We'll just write on my boat." So I'm thinking like, boat. I'll bring some, some sunscreen because I'm pale skin. I'm thinking this little, boat, little fishing boat or something, right? No, you go there and it's a 72-foot, 3-story.
It's the craziest thing.
The most beautiful houseboat you ever want to see. And It's amazing. It's a great place to write.
Yeah, it's the best place to write, and you can write there year round, Yeah.
The
first time I wrote there, it was like December, and when he texted and was like, let's write on the boat, I was like, what? Mm-hmm. But, I was like, I'm just going to roll with it. And then I showed up, and I was like, okay, now I get it.
Yeah. I grew up on Lake Erie, and there's two kind of boats. There's the fishing boats, Mm-hmm. And then there's the big, cabin cruiser kind of things.
Yeah.
The Jet Express. So I was not experiencing this or expecting this huge houseboat that he's got, but it's cool. Good place to write. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I wanted to alert people to where they can find you online. You've got your own webpage and everything.
Oh, yeah, of course. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Lauren Freebird or Lauren Freebird Official. And I also have a website, laurenfreebird.com.
I was on that today.
Oh, thank you.
Clicking around.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did you build that yourself?
I did not. Jill actually built that for me. Jill Pavel at Publicity Nation.
She's amazing.
Yeah, she builds the websites. I'm not good with that, and you would expect me to be because I'm young, but it's some people have a knack for that. I don't, but
I don't either.
But I do the write-ups. So
good. You're a good writer. See, that's why you're here, songwriter and writer. Yeah.
Right. I love writing.
That's good. So you do a lot of the publicity shots and things like that.
Oh yes, definitely.
Awesome. I'm so glad you're here. I really am.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Dave. Thanks for having me.
We get a lot of requests from a lot of different publicity people and PR firms here, and it's great. I love it, and I really try to take a listen to everybody that's sent to me and make room for them when I can. But we only come out once a week, on every Wednesday. But I do my best, and I do try to at least hit you back. And let you know. So if you want to reach me, you can do it by email. It's Dave Lenahan Music, DaveLenahanMusic@gmail.com. And Lenahan is like lend a hand, drop the D's, Lenahan. And of course, I'm on all the socials too, from TikTok to Facebook. Might even be a MySpace out there somewhere. I kid. I got to hear another song before we leave. Lauren, how about one more? Can you do it?
Yeah. Well, I feel like I have to do this song since you mentioned it earlier. This is my most popular release.
Yeah.
And this song is called Like a Bomb.
Hal O'Dell again?
Yes, that is a Hal O'Dell song. And John Eason.
Oh, I like John. He's really talented.
Oh my God, we wrote that with one other person, but it was a long time ago. Travis Ray Cheney.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, Travis. But this song, I wrote it basically about taking your power back after somebody has been, holding you back, or something has been holding you back. And so, I hope you guys like it. Whoa, I heard you've been checking up on me. Talking bad about the thing we had. The word I'm getting is you think all I am is a girl gone bad. Thank you for the ultimatum. Thank you cause the guilt's all gone. Thank you for thinking I played up. Who'd have thought you could be so wrong? I'm fragile like a bomb, not a flower. Don't need anyone to give me power. Ain't a princess hiding in a tower. I'm fragile like a bomb, not a flower. They say you think it's pretty crazy how I'm doing fine on my own. I say breaking up didn't break me. Turns out I was just too strong. Thank you for getting out of my way. Thank you for the fade to black. Thank you, never knew you were that way till you got off my back. I'm fragile like a bomb, not a flower. Don't need anyone to give me power. I've been doing my own thing. I find me when I walk alone. Got a heart that knows where it's going, and a will made to sit and stone. Thank you, I'm taking my power. Thank you, I'm leaving my past. Ain't a princess hiding in a tower. I'm frozen like a bomb, not a flower. Whoa, I'm frozen like a bomb, not a flower. Whoa, I'm frozen like a bomb, like a bomb. Whoa, I'm frozen like a bomb, not a flower. Whoa, I'm frozen like a bomb, not a flower.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Rockin' with Lauren Freebird on the Songwriter Connection Podcast. Where are you heading this summer?
Oh, yeah. So this summer, I'm going to be doing a lot of shows just around Tennessee, Chattanooga area.
Great.
And, up near Kentucky, like Clarksville area, Paris, Tennessee, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, I'm going to be doing some shows in Florida also this summer.
Good.
So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be announcing a lot more dates in the coming weeks.
Very good. What can people expect at a Lauren Freebird show?
High energy, a variety of genres. I will play any song that you guys request.
Yeah?
And
You must know hundreds of covers. Thousands.
oh my gosh, I haven't even tried to figure out the number, but I should, so I have that little fun fact to pull out.
Wow. Very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. You perform mostly by yourself, or just sometimes do you have a band?
I have a band that I love playing with, but I perform by myself a lot as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, the band, it's really fun, really high energy, and I try to keep the solo shows as high energy as I can as well.
Good. That's good. It shows. You are high energy, and
Thank
I
you.
have just really enjoyed having you on the show. Thanks for taking the time, because I know you're real busy.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me, Dave.
Thank you, Lauren. All the best to you. Right on, folks.
We hope you enjoyed this intimate glimpse into the world of songwriting and found inspiration in the stories shared by our talented guests. Remember, the magic of music lies not only in the notes and chords, but in the emotions and experiences woven into every lyric. Until next time, keep listening, keep creating, and keep the melodies alive.